around the group and I say, well, I don't know Robert Augustus. Does any of you?
Well, of course, I've been waiting for a job the last week. I have nothing better to do.
And I think the Jai question Genkiro should answer, because he knows him. Simon?
Well, he could just choose not to.
Yeah.
I just realized I was muted the whole time.
Horror.
Success.
But yeah, Mustachio's a great guy. You can trust him.
I don't know. Personally, I would love to help the city, but I also have my own agenda.
What, you're going to burn the city, or what's the plan?
Well, I'm not planning on burning it. I'm just planning on finding a group of people.
Any clues at all, or do you mind helping us with this while you are looking for clues?
I mean, might as well just tag along for now.
Goody.
Goody,
Welcome
what
to the
about
party.
you, GI, or
Don't
whatever?
sound so excited.
Aww.
Jai grins.
So I hear no, like...
But yeah, I take it we all accept this mission. Whatever it is we're going to do.
I'm
Can't
just
hurt
gonna-
to hear
I'm
out
just
the
gonna ask-
details if nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask if Niltain is there and what's his opinion. And
Yes.
I think you also that you're not opposing.
I'm
Okay.
open
Yeah.
to discussion.
Yeah, so
We can
just
take a meeting.
yeah, you give it a try.
Mhm.
So you all move at the set time and place. You arrive, of course, because you are meeting with the highest authority of life religion in the city. Of course, she has guards.
And I'm going to need to rent a suit. Get some
We did-
fresh new clothes.
That's fine.
Yeah, she's not that much into protocol or something like that. As long as she doesn't feel like obvious evil aura from you, you will probably be okay.
Righto.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that from all of the people gathered, she will probably immediately recognize Genkiro. Wait, whatever. No, that's the other thing. But yeah, she heard about you. So basically, she just begins after all the welcomings and so on. You know, all this stuff at the beginning. She begins by saying that she's really grateful for the help you offered for the city, because I'm concerned that you did people who were there did at least one job or something like that. Yeah, that she's grateful for the help you offered or you might offer, and she hopes that you might support city in the future. Of course, Roberto Luxustus is also there, and he interjects that you did a really great job. He's looking mainly at Genkiro with finishing of the bandit and the finishing of the cultist problem. City is no longer threatened by them, and I am grateful for that.
Genkiro lets out a shit-eating grin.
Yeah. Yeah, of course he has no idea that you wanted to take the golem for yourself.
We're almost as bad as the one we were out to stop.
Yeah, basically captains of the watch do not have great bluff sense motive checks. And the Genkiro has he rolled really good at the bluff check. So, anyways, he continues that, well, it looks like the city might have like more serious problems ahead. The other party of adventurers, I think they were not from your guild, like they had to deal with bandits and a lich in a nearby cavern, and also by some they dealt with some goblin problem south from the city. And now with these flying rumors, I'm not only me but also like Poplioria here, we both fear that it's prelude to something bigger, and not only our city but also this whole region might be in grave danger, not from one source. Because he said that this, besides these undead rumors that the other members were only sent to investigate, he of course talks about Chaconalia, Cresthill, and Kellion. Like the people that are not here and that they are investigating it. And he says that there's other problem, that scouts from Fort Greycoat just sent an information that there are some enemy movement in the mountain area, and we all fear that the giants, whatever the reason is, they might be amassing forces to attack our front lines. We think it might be either Fort Tyre or Fort Darkwell.
Which one of those two fortresses are the least manned? Or the most under-equipped?
I think they are both in pretty good shape, but yeah, it will be the Fort Darkwell. And Genkiro, remember, like, because I sent those 3 men you brought me like some days ago to
Oh yes,
serve in the military.
oh yes, Jacob, Trip, and Tyrell.
What are those names?
Sorry, I used a random name generator because I had to like do it very quickly.
Yeah, came up with names on the fly.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
so sorry about that.
Oh no, it's fine.
And he says that he gives alongside. I'm asking you if you are willing to help the city. I know we might not have enough money to pay you, because I won't lie. This assignment might be dangerous, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to pay you the money you would want for something like that. But besides money, we think like the area east of Fort Tyre and Darkwell is not well known, and there's a chance, I'm not sure, but there's a chance that you might find something valuable there.
Well, rocks and stuff, I suppose. Well, they will probably have something to pay us for.
Yes, of course, there will be amount of money for this assignment. After all, even if you are adventurers, you are still risking your lives. So I think like I'm willing to hear your offer. Like how much gold you want per head.
Right, group meeting, everybody, and we
I
start.
I look at Mustachio, who is what his name is apparently.
Robert
Look at
Augustus.
Mustachio and say, well, shouldn't it be better to discuss gold after we finish?
He just looks at you. If that's your way of working.
I jab him in the gut with my
Silence!
shoulder.
Get into the group meeting!
Yeah, before you do a group meeting, of course, both Loria and Robert Augustus say that, of course, your help will be will not be forgotten, and you will be treated as a close friends and valuable allies of Pinewood City and their citizens. And in return, of course, City will help you in time of need, if possible. Of course,
Figure out-
assuming you won't go berserk and try to kill everyone or burn the city down.
I turn around and
You
say,
would
"What the
never-
hell did you jab me?"
Where'd you get such an idea from?
No adventure
Yeah, he just
ever
lost.
do such a thing.
Sorry, I have a phone. Be right back.
Suddenly the
Burning.
plot is moving.
Burning down this city. Such manners.
What adventurer would even think of doing such a thing? Well, as long as
Guy
we're well
slowly
paid
lifts
and
his finger.
fed.
Yeah, only because we tried to kill the blacksmith in our last adventure.
Wait,
What
you
did
did
he
what
do
now?
to
I
you?
assume he had it coming.
Wait, you did what now? Jai looks like you.
Oh,
Killed
it
the
was.
blacksmith?
Oh, it's just another. It's a long story. Involves a paladin that went mad who wanted to buy a sword but didn't have enough money. And so he tried to kill the blacksmith and steal the sword.
Absolutely brilliant. Where did he get that idea from?
Apparently from the god of madness.
What a brilliant excuse. Everyone would believe that.
And this person is a friend of yours?
Oh no, I hardly know him.
I'm really sorry, I'm back. My parents called because they are on the vacation trip and I just wanna ask if everything is okay back home. So,
Yeah.
back to the matters at hand. I think you were like talking about you had a
Money.
party talk.
Before
Yeah.
we start with our little group session here, what exactly do you want us to do?
Yeah.
That will depend. Obviously we won't ask you to.
Let's just say we accept the offer. What are we going to do?
Obviously, we won't ask you to like go charge into an enemy territory. We would just like to help strengthen the defenses and be prepared in case one of the forts fall to aid our like troops from Pinewood, Greycoat and Asmarine to protect to aid the troops and basically protect the citizens from the dangers that may come, like mainly from the hill giants, orcs, and so on.
So you're asking 4 random adventurers to defend your town from a possible attack.
Not this town, not Pinewood. We will try to like, if there will be attack, you would like to hold them off at the line of the forts, so they might know if they attack at the Fort Darkwell and the fort falls. Basically, your main objective will be to
Is it
Protect the
possible to
city.
do a discern motive check on these guys? Because hiring mercenaries to defend a possible attack sounds a bit suspicious.
Yeah, sense motive.
well, you can,
What?
but
Okay, sorry. Hiring mercenaries in a time of war is very suspicious. How is that suspicious again?
No, I
The
said there
logical
were...
plan of action.
No, what I meant was hiring mercenaries to defend a place when they weren't even sure anyone was going to attack.
Ah.
More to the point, hiring mercenaries to serve the role of common soldiers defending the walls of a fort. They just said
Yes.
they don't want us to strike out. They want us to act as defenders, which
That
is
was
not something you would usually hire a strike force of mercenaries to do.
True.
No, mercenaries are generally a rapacious bunch, and, well, they cost a lot. That's why I was getting suspicious. But anyway, oh well.
Yes, suppose one of the forts should fall. Do we have any second plan of action? Maybe fall back to Martin or Maris Eve?
One of the forts fall, run like hell.
Yeah, sounds like a proper mercenary action.
Yeah, of course, he says that you won't be, of course, the only like people fighting there, and he was like, this is Robert talking, like he also that's the main reason they asked about you is that first of all we are members of the Eternal Wonders Guild. Second of all, you had some kind of fame, and they might hear that you are indeed quite powerful. So the thing is that the main, like, okay, at this point, if anybody wants to roll for sense motive, roll.
What the
Okay.
heck? I think I have good sense motive.
Yeah, we'll just do all our regular rolls.
21.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
21! Yes!
yeah, so both Genkiro and Milten, you sense a strong sense of duty from Robert and Leoria, and the true desire to protect not only citizens of Pinewood but also people living in the area.
Hmm.
And
Does it say anything about their motive, what they want to do with us?
you are maybe not well known, but they heard that maybe they heard or seen, yeah, probably heard that you are indeed quite capable and powerful people in your own right. And they are not sure what kind of the scale of the danger and attack that might came, so they just want to use every means they can to help the city and the area and the city.
Oh well, let's say, do everyone agree on this, that we're going to take this offer up?
Well, I think we should probably still talk about it a bit more.
Yeah, especially the money. Mm.
Yes.
Give me a moment.
Genko starts toying with his red-haired ponytail and kind of calculates what kind of what the amount of money they should have. Let's see. Add that. Let's see. Risking out knives.
Let's GM, just a out of character question. Exactly how much money would a town have reasonably? I won't go in.
Well, it's not a small town, and also it's, as I said, capital of faith. So there are a lot of not travelers, tourists, and pilgrims or something like that. So they have quite reasonable income, although they are not the richest city in the region. Because the biggest economic hub and the biggest the city that has biggest income is Asmarin, that you can see at the south part of the map.
So, assuming no one is unwilling, we're now linked telepathically, which allows us to communicate without tipping
Cool.
our hand, so to speak.
No, that's a brilliant idea.
Oh, good.
So, DM, you can assume that until we tell you otherwise, this conversation will be telepathic and thus not privy to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
NPCs.
So basically, for Mustachio and the girl, they see them all staring intently at each other.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Robert.
Presumably, somebody's still doing the calculations. The others can hold a conversation verbally about innocuous things.
Somebody.
Yeah, somebody, and everyone's eyes point to Genkiro.
Everyone stares creepily at Genkiro.
And whilst they're doing their mind link, getting all the Genki is thinking is
Oh god. We were wrong to trust him.
Let's see. And this.
I feel their motives are genuine, if misguided. I think the reputation of the Wanderers precedes us, as well as the success that Genkiro's group had previously.
We are talking about a possible attack here. We don't know about the forces. We don't know how many would attack. It seems risky.
It does, and it seems a poor use of our resources and abilities to simply man the walls
Stand
of the
guard.
keep.
Yes.
I feel that we're looking at an unfortunate circumstance of the captain of the guard of a city and a head of a faith, a figurehead, to be unkind, who don't really have the concept of war. They know it as a word, but they don't understand it as a reality. I think if we were to make our way to one of the keeps, whoever was in command there would almost certainly encourage us to journey out to the enemy lines and try and engage in guerrilla tactics.
Yes, indeed. The regular soldiers generally don't have much love for mercenaries. I don't really. It would probably be the best idea to ask whoever's in charge at the station.
While it is true, but as you said, the reputation of our guild does. I mean, our guild does carry around some weight. We might be able to use that on the fort. Being sent out using guerrilla tactics could be our own choice.
Which would gain us more prestige when we succeed.
When we succeed, well, if we succeed.
Could we ask who's in charge of the fort?
Certainly. This I'll say out loud. Who are the commanding officers of the forts?
Okay, so I need to open the document. So Robert Augustus speaks that in charge of Fort Darkwell is my brother, Captain Commander Reinhard Augustus. And in charge of the Fort Tyre is Captain Commander Norton Elves. Like he only says names. He doesn't goes into description of them.
Who has the higher rank? Actually, that's wrong. Who has the most experience of war?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
No. Oh, never.
Yes, I said that.
Okay, so you say that out loud. Robert says that people that are in charge of the forts are aware of the possible dangers that might come, and even though they might have some kind of traits that might not be pleasant. Like for example, I heard that the Norton Elves, the Captain Commander of the Fort Tyre, he is sometimes lazy, but yeah, but he also no nonsense officer. Like he knows what he's doing.
So, as far as I've seen, this I say telepathically, it seems that probably the commander of Fort Darkwell was put there to have a high position without any experience, while the real officer is at Fort Tyre.
And you didn't let me finish. Like he says about the Fort Tyre, and and Robert adds that I know my brother well, and even though he doesn't have, I think, in my opinion, he doesn't have enough resources on the manpower. He's managing Fort Darkwell really well, and if the fort would be attacked, he's sure to give a hard time, and then he's sure to give a hard time attackers.
I look at the command. I look at Mustachio and say out loud. So, do we have any idea of their numbers of the possible attackers?
Robert thinks for a moment. Well, a report said about they didn't say that the force was great. They think it's not all of the hill giants that are like amassing and moving out. It's maybe one tribe or something like that. So they think the potential attackers, the numbers of potential attackers might be something between like 10 or 20 hill giants accompanied by maybe several dozen of orcs or some other small races that usually serve under hill giants.
Don't suppose these orcs are smart enough to actually use siege equipment.
From the history of the forts and what we know, no, they are not. They will probably rely on the strength of the hill giants.
Exactly what kind of fort is there? Is it made of stone, or is it just a wooden fort?
Definitely not wooden fort. It's from the harder materials, from stone or something like that.
Oh.
Alright, Genko pipes up mentally and says, we should probably go to Fort Darkwell.
Yes. Anyone has any suggestions? Should we accept this commission? First we should discuss the money, but then go to Fort Darkwell and see the fort commander's suggestion on what we're supposed to do.
While Fort Darkwell might seem like the better choice, we could also go to Fort Tyre if we were to get information that Fort Darkwell is broken through. We can maybe catch them off guard if they travel towards Pinewood or the neighboring villages.
But then again, if Fort Darkwell should fall, then the village of Martin would be exposed.
That is true.
Also, I'm fairly sure we would have gotten a messenger by now if Darkwell had fallen.
Yes.
Don't tempt the fate, man.
What if we were to discuss a prepayment for equipment and such of say 2,000 gold? Then when we get back, we could probably discuss payment more thoroughly.
So your suggestion is that, like, your first option is like you say 2,000 gold per head.
And then depending on the difficulties we meet, the rest.
But you did not say that you want them paid up front.
Yeah, 2,000 up front is what he said for a head, I think, and then afterwards, after the job is finished, depending on the difficulty, we ask for another payment. Like if 2 of us get slaughtered during the fight, we would ask for more, and if we curb stomp the ever-living crap out of them, we would ask for less. Something like that, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So that's they look at you, they look at each other, and they say that's perfectly reasonable. We are perfectly willing to accept that proposition. As you may think, we do not keep money here, so your gold will be the Robert Augustus will give you the gold before you move out.
Of course.
And at this moment, before you can move out, before there's any kind of response, You can hear something like there's a small ripple in the air,